Peace, blessings, and a lot of love, Miss Hadia. Get it. So I was reading an article because I'm not a relationship expert or anything. My views on relationship is based on my personal experiences, and I have learned a few things about men. I learned that just because a man laying down in the bed with you every night, he can do it for 5 months, 7 months, 9 months, 2, 3 years, does not mean you the one for him. Sometimes women get themselves involved with a man thinking they're in a relationship because the man is constantly coming over there, going to bed with them. But come to find out, you may be a placeholder. You may not be the one he wants to be with. Y'all gotta start knowing your worth and valuing yourself. So as I was saying, there's a difference between love and lust. And I said that I learned that just because a man is betting you does not mean he wants to be with you. Long term, it does not mean he see you in his future. It doesn't mean you're in a relationship. Women are emotional where men are not that emotional. And a man can lay down and have sex with a woman that he don't even like, that he's not even attracted to. Some of y'all might be with a man who is having sex with you but don't even like you, let alone love you. That's why there's so much you have to learn. And when you learn to love yourself, you're not going to put up with being used and manipulated and lied to and cheated on, all those things. So I pulled up article, and this says 10 signs you are lusting. Number one, every aspect of relationship does revolve around sex. When your relationship is built on lust, your primary motivation for sticking with that person is to have sex. That means that everything you do, all the sweet and romantic things you give away, has an ulterior motive that will lead towards the bedroom. Y'all cooking for a man, y'all cleaning for a man, y'all got him in y'all bed, and he's not really doing anything but bringing his DICK to the bedroom. He's not talking about you in the future. He's not really giving you a commitment. He doesn't really say much, but you thinking you're in a relationship with him, and you might be just a placeholder. And the only thing he wants from you is to satisfy his sexual needs. And then when he's done with you, when the right one come along, he's going to dump you, and you're going to be asking yourself why. But the signs are always there. True love is different. People in love value moments and experience they share, even if they are mundane and boring to the most. Which means he's not just coming to your house to have sex. He's engaging in stimulating conversation. Y'all just doing a whole lot more together than just having sex. Number two, lust tends to focus on the physical attraction. When you're in lust, you have this mindset that looking good is paramount. As a result, you dress to the nines. You try really hard to keep in shape and step out of your house looking like you jumped out of a centerfold. Why? You ask. Because you want sex. For people in lust, looking their best is a way to remain attractive to the other person. Love, on the other hand, doesn't care if you go out wearing your old college shorts or a pair of daddy trousers. For people in love, it is the person inside the clothes who truly matters. It's deeper than just physical attraction. Number three, you live in a fairy tale world where the other person is flawless. Means you don't see none of the wrong that they doing, but it's right in your face. Being in lust doors your judgment because you tend to idealize both of yourself and your partner. While it is normal to put your best foot forward to make an impression, a more stable relationship requires you to put all your cards on the table so that the other person can know who you truly are, be it good or bad. If you're in lust, you tend to put up the facade of a person whom your partner idealizes. And likewise, you tend to look past the other person's negative characteristics and focus on the qualities that fit your fantasy, such as he's a married man, such as he ain't got no job, such as he don't take care of his kids like he's supposed to, such as him having a whole bunch of baby mamas. You tend to look past those things. That's a clear sign that he's not a good man for you. But instead, you focus on the outer appearance, the physical. Number 4, you did not have a friendship stage. Most people in romantic relationships start out as friends. People who skip the whole friendship were there and brought it straight to the bed. Yes, it happens. Could just be in lust. Friendship is a stepping stone to a deeper relationship as it tests your compatibility, allows you to get to know each other, and even takes you to different moments where you can come out stronger. This type of relationship becomes the foundation of a romantic love. Start off with friends. Not you meet him or you already know together, but y'all attracted to each other and boom, y'all in bed. Lust. He's not trying to get to know you. Number 5, you don't really know the person. As mentioned, being in lust makes you put up a facade and live in a constrained life because of the other person's expectation. Since the bulk of your moments together are spent tangled, naked, in bed, you don't get to have a real bonding moments where you can get to know who they are. When you're in love, you bear it all. You get to know your partner intimately, even down to the tiniest details. And you want to know everything about him. Good and bad. You want to know. You ask a whole bunch of questions. Number 6, you're insecure about your secrets and your problems. When you're in love, you really keep your problems from your partner, and you trust them with your deepest secrets. You are comfortable with telling them anything without fear of being judged. Being in lust, on the other hand, you are insecure about telling them your problems because, let's admit it, the trust between the two of you is superficial, and you feel that giving them further information about yourself makes you too vulnerable. Number 7, there's little intimacy in lust. While the two of you may spend most of your waking moments having sex, it does not automatically mean that you have achieved intimacy in your relationships. Intimacy doesn't always mean having sex. How about stimulating the mind? Intimacy is being able to let your guard down and having complete trust in your significant other. When you are truly in love, you are at ease when you are together and you find yourself emotionally invested. Number 8, you don't feel committed. People in lust feel little to no commitment in their relationships. As discussed in the bonfire analogy, lust can fizzle out quickly. A relationship based on lust alone can end as soon as you find the next person who captures your desires. And I'll say there's a lot of women who think they are in love and they love this man when it is basically lust. He don't love you the way you love him. You giving your arm. The only thing he's giving you is DICK. Stop being placeholders for these men. Love, on the other hand, is more enduring, even in the lustless moments of the relationship. As the saying goes, vaginas and penises are all the same. It's the person connected to you that you fall in love with. Number 9, you don't have plans for the future. He's not speaking about you being in his future. You are nowhere written in his future, and you don't pay attention to those details. As a romantic relationship matures and you gradually become part of the other person's life, you will come to a point where you include each other in future plans. Not only that, but your decision making will consider your significant other wants and needs. This kind of intimacy is non-existent when you are just in lust, as your primary motivation is sex. Number 10, eventually sex will get boring. The greatest irony of lust-based relationship is that your sexual escapades will get boring in due time. When that time comes, you'll be off and about to find the next person to satisfy your sexual desires, usually the men, because the women always think they're in love with this man. People in love enjoy every moment of their love making. They will not tire of it, even if age has leveled their physique and they're taking their stamina. Love is only a part of love. It can't survive on its own, but only for a while. Love is a deep and far more enduring relationship and can happen even without lust. And this was taken from www.lovepanky.com. Like I was saying, I'm no expert. I just speak on my own appearances and the things that I have learned. A lot of women think they love a man based off because he is giving her sexual, he is sleeping with her in a sexual manner. They're having a sex. But just because he's sticking his penis into your vagina does not mean that man loves you, is attracted to you, or even like you. A man is only going to do what you allow him to do. And if you allow him to spend all those years with you without never giving you a commitment, or you got to worry about where he's at and who he's with, or you got to worry about ex-wives and ex-girlfriends coming back into his life, you should not be with him. Men are not emotional as women are. Men does not tie sex into with love. They don't. Women do that crap. I don't know. Don't know. I'm just saying. Stop being a placeholders for these men and get yourself together so you can attract a man that wants to be with you. Not just lust after you. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. Miss I did get it.